A very good and happy Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Happy New Year's Eve, if you will. Landon Hampton here in the driver's seat with you, bringing you this morning's weather not forecast, courtesy of On Target. Getting a look at here, folks, we got the cold front that passed through here, and we've got some low-hanging stratus clouds, but this cloud deck is slowly but surely working and pushing off to the east. Going to have to deal with the socked-in low stratus clouds early this morning. We can zoom in, and you can really see right here the back edge of the cloud deck that's trying to work east across the region. Kind of crawling here right across far western Kentucky. With any luck as we work throughout the day, clouds will be decreasing. We are going to be staying on the cold side. However, kicking things off, D93 Skycam showing that low-hanging cloud cover out there. Low-hanging stratus deck that's got us socked in out there early this morning. D93 Skycam with the view overlooking the hill and downtown there. And same can be said overlooking our WRUS Skycam down in Russellville. Looking north over 431. Again, folks, the clouds are thick out there early this morning. Might catch a stray snow flurry or two, but it is nothing to worry about. Looking at those current conditions, similar to this time yesterday, it is absolutely frigid out there with what we are dealing with in the great outdoors. We've got readings that are all the way down between the low and mid 20s region-wide. Still got that northwesterly wind component, and you can see here we got wind chills all the way down into the lower teens in some instances. Coldest spot down here right along the Tennessee line in Simpson County, sitting at a bone-chilling 12-degree wind chill currently, all right? Let's shift over and let's talk about what's in store for us. We're going to keep the breezes around, and that is going to be showcased here by the short-term model guidance. Not going to be nearly as strong as what we saw yesterday, but we're going to have wind gusts continue between 15 to 25 miles an hour throughout the day. These are going to remain out of the north and west. That is what is actually going to help keep those temperatures down. We're going to be looking at afternoon highs right around the low to mid 30s this afternoon. We get into the overnight, we're going to keep the winds up, and then we work into our New Year's Eve. It's going to be breezy as well, but those winds are going to try to take more of a west or southwesterly component. Going to result in warmer temperatures as we bring in the start of the new year. Let's look at these temperature profiles, all right? Here we are looking at this morning. We're down between the low and mid 20s. This afternoon, we're going to muster all we can with our mercury, but we're only going to be able to make it right around the low to mid 30s region-wide. Working on into our New Year's Eve, it is going to be warmer, not by too much, but working into the afternoon hours, low and mid 40s across the board, getting closer to seasonal averages for this time. Rolling into early January, we're going to continue to warm up too as we go on into the first day of 2026, on into our Friday as well, whenever we could be getting in on our next rain chances. So let's jump right into it. You can see the cold front way over here that passed through and brought those lines of storms here a few nights ago. Then we got that northwesterly flow kicking in here behind that. We're going to have these clipper systems that are diving down out of this northwest flow aloft, but they look to remain north of the region. Here we are working into our New Year's Eve. We get this little clipper that bows through here, impacting the Great Lakes and the Ohio Valley, maybe far northern Kentucky. And it's going to be the same song and dance as we roll into New Year's Eve night into the first day of the new year with another clipper riding right on the heels of that one, but again, looks to remain well north of the region. We get into our Friday and Saturday. We're watching this little meandering low. Model guidance has pulled it a little bit further south, keeping the rain chances well south of the region. As we work into our Friday and then on into our Saturday, we can't rule out a few hit-miss showers out of this or some light sprinkles, but for the most part, guidance has continued on a drying trend for the most part, all right? Here we are rolling into next week. All is quiet. Going to see some moderation in temperatures again. We should be up into the 50s throughout the weekend. We get into next week, and from roughly the midweek time frame on, rolling into our Wednesday night into Thursday, it looks like it could be our next weather maker. The exact track of this surface low, we're looking roughly a week and 2 days, around 9 or 10 days out from the present time. We could get in on some showers and storms. If this goes a little bit further north, we might even get in on some wintry weather coming out of this as well. That'll be worth keeping close eyes on. Another low diving across the Gulf there as we roll roughly 2 weeks from today. We'll be keeping eyes on that with this meandering developing system trying to work in here out of the north and west. But folks, currently there is no signals that are screaming snow chances, unfortunately. Unfortunately, meaning I am a snow lover myself. Looks like we're going to be waffling back and forth here on some temperature pendulum swings that Kentucky weather's been delivering here over the past several weeks. But no outlying signals currently that are just absolutely screaming snow chances. But obviously we'll be keeping eyes on that. Models could change with time, to say the least. Total rainfall amounts over the course of the next week, we're still next to nothing. And this is only if we luck out and we get that little bit of rain in here in the Friday to Saturday time frame. Maybe 1/10 of an inch if we're lucky, but right now with the drying trend, doesn't look like we're going to be getting too much of anything out of that one. Full 6-day weather forecast breakdown is quiet outside of those hit-miss rain chances on Friday. Take a look at those temperatures. Mid-30s for highs today, mid-40s for your New Year's Eve, along with the first official day of 2026. Friday will bump up between the low and mid-50s with those hit-and-miss rain chances. After that passes through here, a little bit cooler Saturday and Sunday underneath partly sunny skies. Highs holding around the 50-degree mark with simply not very much going on. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning New Year's Eve edition of your Weather or Not forecast presented by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a terrific